What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Smallland, Survive the Wilds. Alright, so let's make us a character. We have male, female, male Stranius, female Stranius, male Reuben, and female Reuben. So we have a couple different choices here. Do the default male. I feel like I want to go with the ears that sort of match Dobby from Harry Potter. Alright, so eyebrows, a little bushy. We are doing this relatively quickly, however, we are planning on streaming this game soon. But I just want to have a video out showcasing the beginning of it, just in case there are some cutscenes, that way we can all experience it together. Now, the one really cool thing about this game is there's different antennae, but not just that, the antennae have like their own colors, and the color is what people see around you on the map. So, for example, if we keep like this blue color, people will see like a little blue shine whenever they're looking towards our direction, so they kind of know where we're at. We go with teal, purple, orange, red, or green. Let's go with red so we stand out. Alright, so we are planning on playing this with friends eventually, however, for now it's just going to be solo by yourself. Now, if you guys haven't heard of this game, it is one on par with Grounded, if not a little bit more on a different side. You can actually add taming, and it has really cool base building as well. Greetings, I've been tasked with the medieval vanguards. Before they leave the burrows, as I have crucial information to impart. Keep an eye trained for the owl effigies. They're scattered throughout the area and provide useful hints and tips to help you survive. Outside, you can find Captain Hearn. He will help you in your first days outside the burrows. Okay, so we look for owls. We know there's a guide. The overland is rich with natural resources and food. Some can be harvested with the correct tool. You can craft different tools to harvest natural resources. Some resources can only be crafted with specific type of tools. Be sure to the best tool for the job. Press V to engage antenna mode in order to help you spot harvestable resources much easier. Okay, so it sort of adds in like a night vision sort of deal, and you can look at things and it'll actually tell you what they are. That's super cool. Also helps it so you don't accidentally miss some useful things. We got resin over here on the walls. Now, if you guys are planning on playing with friends, just so you guys are aware, you can have multiple bases inside the game, but I do not believe they have fast travel yet. However, the super cool thing is they are going to be adding in a dedicated server coming out on the 11th, where you're able to set up your own servers through G-Portal. When you examine an owl effigy, it reveals useful pieces of advice. This info automatically logged into your compendium, which you can access at any time in the inventory menu. Press tab to open inventory. Okay, so you do actually have to click on the owls, or else you're not going to know it for the future. But except, yeah, we got this. Armor sets, gotcha. Some of the stuff is just basic MMO that we can skip through, and some we're going to actually have to be paying a little bit more attention to. Try to grab all the resin that we can along the way, though. The Burrow's extensive network of underground tunnels and caverns that is home to the small folk. The tunnels are incredibly intricate with multiple levels, branching paths that stretch for hundreds of yards in all directions. They are lit by glowing crystal lamps and makeshift torches, creating a warm, inviting atmosphere. Alright, so I'll run through here. Setting on bed. Food at the Root Barracks has been pretty stale lately. Luckily, my sister brought me some fresh insect eggs this morning. Oh, how lovely. My wife can make a mean pixie omelet. Alright, so if anyone's curious, you want to go to Sentinel Aid's house. Ben, he's over there eating insect eggs. What about you? Sentinel Car. Make sure to search out these owl effigies. Yeah, we get it. We've been told it. Sentinel tread on. Good luck in your overland, Vanguard. Keep your wits about you and stay frosty. Alright, so some of them give useful information, some just sort of chat along a little bit. Now, there is an attribute system, so we can level up inside the game. Really makes you realize how small you are whenever you see how open up it opens. Wish I wasn't on night watch duty. The overland is a dangerous place, enough during the day. Ah, don't be scared, buddy. You can lose health at a variety of factors: being attacked by hostile creatures, extreme temperatures, falling from a giant height, or being malnourished. On the bright side, you can recover health by using healing items, keeping yourself well nourished, or sleeping. Now, if anyone's curious, on our hunger on the bottom left, you're just going to notice like there's like two little white lines on it.
Basically, as long as your health is above those white lines, you are able to heal yourself. Alright, so we click G, we can go inside of our crafting menu, we can get us a hatchet once we get fiber and wood. Yeah, and to open up the map, we get it. Alright, so what we gotta do is come over here, gather up the wood, and gather up the fiber. So we can make a builder's hammer. We'll get the hatchet for now, because the hammer is just going to be mostly used towards actually building.
Ah, we now have a weapon.
Things will fear us. You Hearn?
Greetings, Vanguard. Welcome to the Overland. I am Captain Ernest Matakabai, but some fall folks can simply call me Hearn. What can I do for you?
Can you craft me some armor, Captain?
Sure.
Whoa, 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 whoa. This dude just goes nice.
Sure, Vanguard, but you'll have to bring me all the materials necessary.
Okay, what else can you do? What? So if we bring him a bunch of fiber, he's just going to be able to craft up different style armor. All right. We got padded versus light. I'm guessing movement speed +2, protection 4. We got cold protection and regular protection. So we'll probably go with padded. We just need to farm a bunch of fiber.
What about you, Mr. Owl?
Small folk are resourceful people. Tools, weapons, and food can be crafted out of the materials of the overlay, and crafting recipes to learn how to craft new items. Alright, so basically you just build a campfire to get to cooking. Alright, so I'm gonna keep the basic items over here, and the armor that we have down on the bottom toolbar is going to be what we're actually wearing. This game's sort of like 7 Days to Die, where it can be in your hotbar, but it's still going to take up an inventory slot, so just keep that in mind. The more stuff you bring with you, the less you're actually going to bring back to the base.
Stay away from the deep water. Small folk can't swim. Upon death, they will respawn at your activated bed or spawn location. Tombstone will appear when you die. You must travel back to it to reclaim your inventory.
Now, I don't really want to test it out, but I am kind of curious. If you die in the water, does the tombstone just get lost forever in the world, or does it, you know, like end up on the shores? Temperatures will generally drop at night and will rise in the afternoon. Also, some creatures of the overland are nocturnal and will only come out at night. Watch out, as night creatures are generally more dangerous than the daytime counterparts. Build a bed to set a spawn point. Alright, there we go. So we now have all 3 of the padded armor sets. That should help us live. Now, what else can you do for us, Hearn? I was told to report you for my assignment. Can you help me refocus my trading? Reset attribute. Ooh. Okay, so coming to this dude is going to be very important for us later on.
Ah, yes, I've been expecting you. The Elder Ludwig has requested the presence. Go see him at once. He's staying in the cave just down the hill.
Okay. Now, are we able to eat these? Get us some blackberries. Hearn doesn't need them. Alright, so we know not to swim. And we need to equip our final piece of armor. Now, some of the armor suits in the game look super cool. Like, you can actually have a wingsuit to be able to fly around. Alright, so gather up all that. I assume this is the cave the dude was talking about?
The Elder. Vanguard, finally you're here.
Elder, what are you doing in this overgrown cave?
The jeweled clover key that unlocks the apothecary chest has gone missing. A bear must have been stolen. We're trying to find some other means of opening the chest.
Who's the apothecary?
Makar was from the royal family's personnel apothecary. This cave was standing in was his personal laboratory here in the Overland. He would spend countless days searching the Overland for rare ingredients to use in his potions.
What's in the chest?
Makar the apothecary's greatest achievement, the elixir of life. He claimed he could heal any ailment known to small folk.
Do you have an idea who might have taken the clover key?
The key was locked behind the royal vault, which is always under heavy guard. Only the king and I are allowed entry. The theft was noticed when the queen became ill and the clover key was needed, but it could have happened some time ago.
We tried forcing the chest open.
We dare not. The key is heavily reinforced and we would risk destroying the elixir within.
I was told you requested my presence, Elder. What you want?
Yes. We've received troubling reports from overland settlers in the forest. It seems as though some of these creatures in the area have become unusually agitated and aggressive. Seek out the settlers to investigate their claims.
Does anything have to do with the clover key?
It's an interesting coincidence, however, no evidence to suggest there is a connection. You'll find the settlers scattered throughout the forest, so I have marked their location on your map. Be careful, Vanguard. The wilderness is filled with dangers. Hearn and Kalev can help you survive here in the overland.
All this cool stuff and we can't even borrow any of it. Ooh, what's this? Walnut chest. Oh, is this the chest they were talking about? Looks like a chest made of a walnut. On the back, there's a hinge. On the front, it has a strange cavity, the shape of a four-leaf clover. Sure, why not? Let's try to open it.
You try to force the chest open, but it won't budge.
You run your hand over the four-leaf cavity, and the bottom section slightly moves when you press it. Nothing happens when you press it. Alright, well, we have found the chest of the almighty elixir. Alright, so if you need food, we do have some edible mushrooms around over here, which we can show who's boss with our axe. Get us some food. How about we're not going to survive? How about we can actually survive? Now, I don't think there's any plans of this game coming to consoles, so right now the only way to play it is on PC. Now, for the base building aspect, you see that we got these mushrooms all around the grand tree. We need to get to the tippity top. So inside of this game, there's going to be platforms down here on the bottom, which signifies that you're at a grand tree. If you speak to the tree gnome, the spirit of the great tree is listening. What is it that you wish to learn, Vanguard?
I want to claim this tree and move my encampment here.
You do not have a tree encampment yet. To claim first tree, you need to make it to the top of the grand tree and speak to me there. Which basically means you have to run around and jump on all the mushrooms and get all the way up to the very top, and that's where it's safe to build from. But the super nice thing is it's a totally flat area to build on. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to run around and just keep on hopping on these mushroom heads, and you'll eventually be able to climb all the way around the tree. Each of the trees is going to look very similar, however, if you claim a tree, you are able to basically move your base over to a new tree location. So once you get out of the starting area, you don't have to stick to this one spot. You want to just pay attention to your surroundings, walk up the little poison ivy vines, then you can jump back. Jump onto there, and jump up top. And this game is in early access, but I mean, it looks fantastic. The gameplay is actually super good. The combat system I really enjoy. So I'm super excited to see what's actually involved in the game once we get a little bit further. Get ready for this video. I did play about 2 hours with one of my friends just to get prepared for doing live streams later on. And so far, it's relatively set up kind of like Grounded, but in a little bit more of a MMO sort of setup compared to just a single player game, which I really enjoy. If we go into your character screen here, we have attributes. We can actually add up strength, dexterity, constitution, endurance, intelligence to basically customize our guy to survive a little bit more hits or to have more stamina. And each of the different weapons inside the game actually feel like a different weapon, which is super cool. And once you get kind of close to the top, you're going to notice a nice platform that can go all the way down for you, so you don't have to climb all the way up the tree again. Mr. Tree Gnome, I would like to claim this tree. Now, if you're playing with friends inside your world, you're going to notice that it says the tree encampment is private. If you come over to the gnome, you want to have it selected to make it public. That means that anyone inside of your world, if you're playing with friends, they're actually able to contribute to the base building and they can build on your tree. Now, since you claim this tree, they're not actually able to have their base here. However, they can have a bed spawn here if they want to, or they can go claim a different tree. That way you have multiple bases around the world. Now, the cool thing is you can just talk to this little tree butler here, and he'll take us down to the root level. Definitely want to be sure we're eating some berries that way we don't die. Alright, we got plenty of food. Now, if we go inside of our inventory here, we do have build hammer, torches, a wooden club. Wooden club's going to do the most damage, sort of like grounded, where you'll want to be mostly using this for damage, and the axe is going to be mostly for harvesting like trees and stuff like that. We'll go and get the build hammer up and running, and we're going to need a whole lot of fiber. So if we pull out our build hammer, we can go into structures. You can notice it's actually pretty cheap for a bed and a workbench. All right, so now that we're up top, we pull out our hammer. We are able to put down a simple bed. And now we are able to make it our spawn point and use it to go to sleep. But you are going to have it in a shelter, which we're not going to have enough material for. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see a live stream of this game or have dedicated videos.